And we're just getting started as Born to Die continues with a rematch from our December live event, Opportunity Knocks.
Well, you could feel the elegance in the air as we see the full pomp and circumstance and the entourage that will lead to the emergence of certainly an extreme original, a hardcore athlete, someone as tough as they come. Crowbar has been in the game over 25 years. He is somebody that is timeless. He doesn't age. He still has a breakneck style.
Introducing first, accompanied to the ring this evening by Percival and Vanessa. Weighing in at 232 pounds, the timeless one, Crowbar.
Crowbar is a physical therapist outside of the ring, and that means he can put you back together, but he also knows where to target to break you apart. And that's been such a pivotal part of his career for the past number of years, certainly, especially in recent times. And you got to wonder how sweet the post-event celebratory wine will be if Crowbar is able to score a victory here tonight, a matchup that stole the show back in the month of December.
Opponent, making his way down the aisle, he roams the streets at night, creeping while you're sleeping, weighing in at 191 pounds, the Neon Ninja, FACADE.
I believe it was Crowbar that was victorious a few months ago, but by a count-out over FACADE, not the way either man wanted that matchup to end. And Also unique that we saw Facade brandishing a Singapore cane and seemed to have some unfriendly words with the Sandman. But if I'm Facade, I'm blocking that out. I'm not letting that rent space. You can't think about that right now, because if you don't have 100% focus on Crowbar, you're going to pay for it. Facade in such great physical condition. Has that musculature, but stays lean for that quickness, that mobility. You look at the strength of the neck as he stretches the muscles before the matchup begins. These are two men who really from different eras in many respects, but think very much the same. You can see the influence in both of their styles by men like Sabu or Rob Van Dam. And Crowbar very quickly steps to the outside in between the ropes. And that's Crowbar's way of saying, we're going to go my pace. I'm going to set the tempo here as the veteran. Yeah, Crowbar doesn't like how it feels. Facade's coming in very offensive-minded. He's pushing forward. Facade, and Crowbar both, I would suggest, want a pinfall or submission, but especially Facade. And it means so much to have Facade here tonight, and it means so much for Facade to be here in this particular building, and every matchup Facade has is something that Facade dreamed of one day, competing in this building, right? It's something that there's a mystique about it. You wake up in the middle of the night and you find, the old ECW TV show on television, midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning, or, you tape trade and you find all the companies that have been through here after the demise of the Extreme Movement as Facade, the go-behind on Crowbar. But there's such a cachet to being here. It's like a rite of passage. You work the arena. You've done something. And Crowbar does something in the form of a back elbow. And, oh, man, the physicality is on point as Crowbar looks to once again dictate that pace. But Facade, abusive yet elusive, trying to stay in motion. And Crowbar asserting his advantage. You can feel, you can hear the points of impact as these men exchange chops and strikes in the corner. Reversal by Crowbar, and there's the neck strength. That's why Facade does those bridging exercises and got great distance off of that tip-up. All right, Facade just tried to confuse Crowbar and confound him. That back kick caught him in the midsection. Up and over. Series of springboards into the drop kick. Facade is feeling it right now. He's in his element. And Crowbar wants a reprieve, and he's going to get one because Percival is playing spoiler. And if Facade has to go through Percival to get to Crowbar, that is a risk-reward situation. He's going to have to reassess. Crowbar back in, Facade. A hair quicker. Facade's the younger of the two. I don't think that's headline news. Floater over off the suplex and into the right hands. Facade is being a bit, well, over-aggressive, one might suggest? Is he being impulsive? Or is this part of his strategy? I'm not sure. Either way, it's Neon Ninja in control right now as Crowbar seeks salvation on the outside again. And what Facade again went double spring, but Crowbar didn't have Percival that time, but he had the wherewithal to get out of harm's way. Oh, there's Percival. That's a cheap shot right in the midsection. And look at the power of this man. Just carrying Facade around leisurely. This associate of Crowbar is here for a reason, and it's not just aesthetics. This is a dangerous man. And that could be the end for Facade. And Crowbar coming in with a drop kick. Facade, the momentum carried him into Percival, and I don't think Percival even moved. That's how large this man is. As I look around at just the sea of people here throughout this building. I'm not sure if it is 100% sold out this afternoon. I know we were on the verge of selling out if it's not completely sold out. I don't see an empty seat. And including the one Facade is occupying now, as Crowbar applying the pressure with the chin lock, and Crowbar maybe looking to take a chance. And down on top of Facade, and on top of the chair. Neon Ninja is hurt. And you can see that the chair just crumpled and collapsed underneath Facade. Imagine what the body of Facade reacted. Cover here, 2 count only. And those repeated covers, some people may look at that as a waste of time. But it takes so much energy to push a body. I don't know what Crowbar's exact weight is. I missed the introduction of that, but 220, 230, somewhere around there, to have to elevate that off of your own body repeatedly every 3 seconds. It takes a lot out of you. Crowbar firing away. Right hand chop. Rapid fire. Look out. Drop to hold. Facade lands. Throat first. And Crowbar follows through. There's nowhere for Facade to go. And man, Facade just had the wind knocked out of him probably 2 or 3 times in this match so far. And you can tell he's barely making any kind of a motion. And there you see the leg drop as well. Facade hung up one more time. I think just the core of Facade absorbed the brunt of that offense. Into the cover. Crowbar, a lax pin. And Facade didn't just kick out, but used that dexterity to sneak up a kick between the eyes. I think this mini rivalry, or whatever you want to look at it as, has gotten very heated between these two. Both men trying to chart their course, mark their territory. Crowbar cinching in that chin lock. And Facade looking for a way free. He finds it, breaks the grip. Charging in. Oh, Crowbar got the foot up. once again. And FACADE, man, just has not gotten out of the blocks the way he wants, and that's a near fall. FACADE loves to be rapid fire and impulsive and come at you from different directions, and that's been completely shut down and erased by everything Crowbar is doing its systematic dissection. Northern Lights suplex, FACADE kicking at the legs, near fall. And you notice FACADE had to struggle to kick out of that. It wasn't an easy motion. FACADE had to build that momentum with his feet, his legs, and work its way up. Crowbar, the Bret Hart-esque kick to the breadbasket. And it's been a long time. I've been following FACADE's career for many, many years. It's been a long time since I've seen him down for this sustained amount of time. But it speaks to the strategy of Crowbar and how there's been no holes in his game. A thinking man's wrestler. As Crowbar, took a risk that time. Went for the forward senton, but FACADE out of harm's way. FACADE, look at a quick enough pace, the standing quebrada. Crowbar is down, but you notice FACADE cannot pick up that pace. FACADE is struggling to his feet, willing himself up. Swing and a miss. Second time. FACADE connects. I think Crowbar's bell got rung by FACADE. Crowbar is moving a half step slower than he wants to be, swinging wildly, and FACADE's able to exploit it. Springs off, caught a kick high. FACADE hooks the leg. Is that enough? No. Near fall situation. And FACADE caught himself on the apron. I think Crowbar was looking to take FACADE out of the game again. There was so much damage done. And FACADE in with a leg sweep. FACADE normally comes in high, but he adjusted on the fly. Crowbar wasn't looking for low. And now, with Crowbar off his game, FACADE hits the high kick. And actually, be careful of Percival out there. And FACADE looking for some toys, looking for some plunder, looking for some 2300 arena specialties. FACADE manipulating the ring steps. There's a door. What in the world? Well, one thing Crowbar and FACADE are both known for, it's their hardcore innovation. Face first. FACADE, that's the danger of setting up contraptions like that. You'll do a hell of a lot of damage and maybe win the matchup, but how much time does it take to get you there? Watch FACADE. Oh, Crowbar, the most awkward landing you can get. And FACADE looking to springboard off the guardrail and slipped. And that's just perspiration. That's the damage that's been done by Crowbar, and Crowbar taking advantage. Crowbar taking advantage of that hot shot. FACADE didn't get what he wanted on the outside, and that timing gave Crowbar the attempt to recover the choke bomb and a near fall. Man, back and forth action. Two daredevils, two risk takers. Two men that live life on the edge. And Crowbar, as Facade perched, top turnbuckle. Hurricane Rana connects. And as many years in the game as Crowbar has, he can still make that happen. And so seamlessly, so flawlessly. Northern Lights with a chair and a bridge. Crowbar's beat him, no. And these men are giving you so much of themselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, willing themselves on, and Facade doesn't see. Oh, now he does. Matrixes his way out of the chair shot of Crowbar and connected with a glancing blow. Facade was able to push that chair back into the head of Crowbar. Didn't get the force he may have wanted. But it was a means to an end because Crowbar is prone for the Arashikage driver. Facade hooks the leg and Crowbar kicks out. That has been a Facade staple his entire pro wrestling career. And Facade, feel it here, go at triple jump moonsault. On top of Crowbar, but another kick out. Man, you talk about Crowbar being timeless. You talk about Crowbar being somebody that stands the test of time, has such a high pain threshold, and has put his body through so much over the years. Crowbar is showing that's not marketing hype. That's not a T-shirt slogan. Crowbar lives it. Facade firing away, keeping in mind the wreckage at their feet. And Crowbar just dropped out. Facade was looking to elevate Crowbar onto that door. Percival's trying to get involved. Oh, and that was not wise. Facade just doesn't have the body weight to maneuver Percival. Oh, but Percival hits the post. Facade will go through everybody if he has to. Oh, that high kick caught Crowbar in the temple, and he stumbles back onto that door. And that extreme spirit is alive and well. And Percival was able to save Crowbar at the 11th hour. Wait a minute, Facade springs up for the somersault plancha. Facade throwing caution to the wind. That's the only thing he knows how to do. And now with Crowbar back in position. Facade on the guardrail. And Crowbar through the door. A crumpled heap. Crowbar and the door alike. Crowbar sent back in. That's, again, the danger of a high-risk maneuver like that. You got to get him back in the ring to pin him, to defeat them. It's not false count anywhere. But Facade looking for the exclamation point on that sentence. And the sidekick right to the head. Crowbar is out of way. Oh, no, that's Vanessa. I forgot about her. Crowbar's got an answer for everything. There's moving parts everywhere. But is it just prolonging the inevitable? Because Crowbar looks like he doesn't know where he is. And Paul Percival again, for goodness sakes. Hasn't he learned his lesson, Facade? Distance creates opportunity, but Crowbar, feet on the ropes, and Crowbar stole it.
Here is your winner, the Timeless One, Crowbar.
Well, some may call him the Timeless One. Some could call him the Gutless One. Some could call him the Unconscionable One, because this man, after a great one-on-one contest, not only liberally utilized services of Percival and Vanessa, easy for me to say, but also the feet on the ropes. Crowbar needed every trick in the book to beat Facade tonight. Crowbar stays a step ahead of Facade. And I would have thought before this matchup began, I would have said Crowbar doesn't want to win that way. He would never want to do something like that. But the true colors of Crowbar are evident. Crowbar wants to be friends, I think. Or is he chastising him? I thought we were going to see a handshake attempt. But no, tempers are heated. And if I'm Facade,
you don't got to do that, man.
Justifiably
no,
so.
Don't touch her. You're a baby face. Don't do that. Facade. Hey.
Well, Facade's frustrated, to say the least.
Give me 5 seconds, man. You got a ton of potential, man. Let's go back there. I got a nice bottle of wine. Dude, I would love just to sit down and speak with you. Because I think you're friggin' awesome. We'll be back there. Popeye, please.
I'm not sure what to make of this.
Dude, he's awesome. He's unbelievable. Neon Ninja. You're on.
I'm not sure that Crowbar's intentions are altruistic. There's a hidden motive here somewhere, I gotta believe. But what goes through your mind if you're Facade? Crowbar uses every shortcut in the book to get one by on you. And then Crowbar extends the olive branch and invites you to a glass of wine and a conversation. What does that conversation look like? And what's the end goal for Crowbar? And can Facade possibly trust Crowbar? I want to remind you to follow Battleground CW on social media. Stay up to date on all the latest live events, and certainly you can find the archives at Title Match Network as well. So much going on here at the 2300 Arena. Battleground's been coming here about quarterly or so for the past 3 years or so, has built up such a great brand, great fan base, and keeps growing from